Careblazer, welcome back. I want to talk about caregiver guilt. It's a big one. I get messages every day from loving, amazing, kind Careblazers who feel so guilty for something they said or something they've done. They might tell me, oh my gosh, I snapped back at my loved one. I lost my patience with them. They might tell me they had to place their loved one in a care facility, or they made a decision and their loved one didn't like it. It's all this guilt. So what are we going to do about it? I want to first share with you, where does guilt come from? And two, what can we do to work through the guilt? I'm going to use the example to start off of putting a loved one in a care facility because I think that's a big one. And I think a lot of people would think that leads to guilt. And I'm here to tell you there is no situation, no caregiving situation that leads to guilt. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to feel guilty, but it just means it's not the situation. It's what you are thinking about the situation. So for example, if you placed your loved one in a care facility and you feel guilty, it's not because they're in a care facility and that you placed them there. You feel guilty because you think you shouldn't have. You think you should have been able to care for them at home longer. You think you should have been a better caregiver. You think you made a wrong decision. You think it means something bad about you. It's your thinking about what you've done. It's your thinking about that decision that led to the guilt. Because there can be another Careblazer who placed their loved one in a care facility and they are feeling relieved because they are thinking, I'm finally going to be able to sleep. Somebody else, another Careblazer, might be thinking they have peace and reassurance because they're thinking, my loved one is now going to have 24/7 care so that if they fall, I know that they are going to be found right away. It's never the situation. It is always your thinking about the situation. So here's what I want you to ask yourself. Whenever you find yourself in a situation where you feel this extreme guilt and you start to realize, okay, what am I thinking about it? Probably that you shouldn't have done the thing. I want you to ask yourself, what do I want to think about this instead? On purpose. What do I purposefully want to think about this situation? We know our human brains with the negativity bias is going to be thinking the negative thoughts easy. That's the reflex. That's what comes. We don't need to work on that at all. But when I ask you to think, what do you want to think about on purpose? Now that's where you really have to consciously decide, do I want to be thinking on purpose that I'm a horrible caregiver, that I made the wrong decision, that I should have done something different? Do you actually want to think that on purpose? Probably not when you are honest with yourself, because what does that do? It doesn't change the situation. It doesn't improve the quality of life for your loved one with dementia for you to be beating yourself up and thinking these things over and over. It certainly doesn't improve your quality of life and make you feel better. That's the thing I want you to realize. Sometimes we beat ourselves up and we feel so guilty, and there's no amount of guilt that's ever gonna improve your loved one with dementia. It's never going to change or make somehow your loved one with dementia better. It's not going to improve you or somehow make you better that you have all this guilt. So what do you want to think about the situation instead in a way that serves you? Now, I am not asking you to just make believe pretty words or pretty thoughts, because that doesn't work. But I am asking you to believe something that's just as true or even more true that doesn't lead to the feelings of guilt. For example, in this situation, you're probably not going to think, oh, this is wonderful. I'm so glad, I couldn't keep them at home and now they're going to a facility they don't like. You're not going to think that. That's not going to be true for you. But what would be true for you? Is it possible that having a thought like, I did the best that I can. I'm glad I was able to care for my loved one for as long as I could. I'm glad I know I have the ability to make difficult decisions even when it's hard, because I know it's in the best interest for everybody. I'm proud of myself for making a decision that I know is the best thing for my family. What is true for you? Ask yourself, what do you want to think on purpose about the decision? There is no situation that is going to lead to your feelings of guilt automatically. It's always what you're thinking about it, and many of us don't even realize it. Our brain is just repeating thoughts that we've had a lot, even if they're not helpful to us, and our brain is just easily more focused on the negative. So I want you to do the work. I want you to ask yourself, wait, what do I want to think about this on purpose? If you've made the decision, if you did the thing, we can even take the example of maybe you snapped back at your loved one. You did it. You can't take it back. What do you want to think about it on purpose? Do you want to think, I'm a horrible caregiver, I'm awful, I shouldn't be in this position, I'm not doing a good job? Do you want to think that? That's what your brain will offer to you automatically. That will lead to guilt. But now I'm asking you, what do you want to think on purpose about this? Maybe you want to think, I'm a human being going through something really hard. I don't always get it right, but I keep showing up, right? That's just as equally true. We're not making anything up. So just realize you are going to have to bring that into your awareness. You are going to have to take that effort to say, wait a minute, that thought that I'm a horrible caregiver, that I'm doing something wrong, that I'm no good at this, that I'm weak, that does not help me. It certainly doesn't help your loved one with dementia. So what can you think about it instead? That is just as equally true. I was talking to a dementia care club member recently, and she spent over $10,000 with one of these fancy walk-in tubs. She was caring for her mom, and she was like, oh, this might be easier for my mom to be able to take a shower, to be able to sit down. And her mom does not like it. Her mom does not use it. It's literally over $10,000 just sitting in that bathroom unused. And her automatic thought was, I just made a horrible decision. I just wasted all of my mom's money. And that's what she was thinking, and it was leading her to feel guilty. Well, here's the thing. There's no amount of that thinking, no amount of guilt is going to all of a sudden take away that bathroom and give her back her money. There's no amount of guilt that's going to do it. So now that we've made that decision, how do you want to think about it instead? And if you really ask yourself, like I asked her, I'm like, well, why did you do that? Why did you make the decision to put this bathroom in there? Why did you decide to spend over $10,000 on this bathroom? And she's like, because I wanted to improve my mom's quality of life. I thought it would make bath time easier for my mom. That's a beautiful reason. That's the most beautiful reason ever. So now how do you want to think about this? You could think, I'm proud of myself for being willing to invest in things that I thought would help my mom. I made this decision out of the goodness of my heart because I thought it would improve her quality of life. Now, it turns out after the fact that that's not what happened, but to be guilty over it doesn't change anything, and it makes you feel awful when she made this decision out of the goodness of her heart. That's an amazing thing. I'm not saying you have to be happy over every decision. I'm not saying you have to love every decision, but I am saying you have the power to remember that you can think about it however you want, and that maybe this Careblazer can think about it that I am making decisions that I think will improve my mom's quality of life. There's no way to predict the future until you try. What are you thinking about your situation that is leading to guilt, and how do you want to think about it instead? Now, I can hear some of you thinking, well, this all sounds like a cop-out. This all sounds like I can say or do whatever I want, even if it's not great, and I could just like not feel guilty and forgive myself. I'm here to tell you, do not let your brain give you that cop-out excuse. You realizing your thoughts are creating your situation and then deciding how you want to feel about it instead is not going to turn you into this horrible, awful person that's going around saying and doing all these bad things. That person is not watching my videos. If that person found my channel, they would not last very long. And they certainly wouldn't have lasted however long I've been recording right now. They would have been gone long ago. You are a Careblazer. You are here because you are trying to make the best decision for your loved one with dementia. You are not going to turn into a horrible monster by working through feelings of guilt. If I thought feeling guilty would somehow maybe change the past, somehow make your loved one better, somehow make everything improve, I would say feel guilty. I would say, okay, go feel guilty. But it doesn't. It doesn't do that. It just makes you feel horrible, and it doesn't improve your loved one with dementia. So why are we doing this to ourselves? I want you to know you have the power to change how you think about situations and change that thinking in a way that is true. The situation with the amazing Careblazer who spent the money on the walk-in tower and tub, it is more true that she is a loving, kind daughter trying to improve the quality of life for her mom than it is true that she makes stupid decisions. Which one is her brain going to automatically give her? I made a stupid decision. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Like, it's way more true that you are an amazing daughter trying to make the best life for your mom with dementia, trying to make a really difficult situation like bath time easier. That's more true. Which one are you believing? There is no amount of guilt that's going to improve your loved one's quality of life. There's no amount of guilt that's going to make you feel better. So I want you to think about it. I want you to notice what you're thinking about the situations that drum up guilt. Recently interviewed on Guidepost magazine, and they did an article where I share my thoughts on guilt. And I shared 5 ways to try to help work through guilt. I'm going to link that specific article in the description below. It's totally free. You can click on it, read it, take the guilt work a little bit further. And then if you want to work with me further, work with some of these amazing Careblazers like the one I mentioned who put the tub in the bathroom for her mom, you can join us weekly for support groups. You can join us for live Q&As. It all happens inside of my Dementia Care Club. For those who are looking for more support, more guidance, more connection, a beautiful community of Careblazers, that link is in the description as well below. All right, I'm sending you so much love. Bye.
Also, Nico gets a belly rub for every person who subscribes from this video. So if you haven't already, click the red subscribe button. It's totally free, and Nico says thank you very much.